Welcome back everybody. I hope you're managing to keep occupied during lockdown. It's certainly helping here in the UK that we're having one of the best stretches of weather that I can recall. Following my video a couple of weeks ago wherein I fitted the Bridgestone Battlax Adventurecross AX41 tyres, that's quite a mouthful, to my Royal Enfield Interceptor. I've had a few queries regarding clearance of the tyres, mainly I think related to the rear one as to whether it clears the swing arm, which it does. I'll come into that in more detail shortly. Neither of them foul the fender or the swing arm. However, I've found in the past and already with this one that having a fender close to an obli tyre, you'll tend to pick up gravel, debris, etc., which will just rattle on the fender, and obviously it's better if you can clear that without it doing so. Thankfully this tends to be more of an issue on the front wheel. I think this is largely because due to the way your fender wraps around, your tyre hasn't got chance to clear the debris before it becomes in contact with the mudguard or fender, whatever you want to call it, and therefore, as you'll see, I'm fitting some brass spacers to give me a little bit more clearance. I've only gone for a 10mm spacer, so overall clearance from the tyre will be something in the region of 25mm. There's plenty of room to go higher, but I thought I'd just stick with this for now. You'll note the factory bolts 20mm, I've gone for 35mm as there's plenty of room in the fork thread to accommodate that, and I just thought a bit more purchase wouldn't go amiss. The diameter of the spacers is 16mm, as you will have seen, with a 6mm clearance hole for the bolt. The reason I've chosen brass is that it doesn't corrode, and also I like the little sort of gold brass accents everywhere on the bike, from the shock reservoirs to the Enfield logo to these to the number that I've put on my number board. I'm happy with the clearance that I've currently got. I'll have to see with more extensive riding how this goes on, or whether I need to increase the size of the spacers. I also like the fact that it just shows off the knobbly tyres a bit more, and even raising it more would obviously have a greater effect in that regard. And it just helps add to the overall scrambler type look that I'm eventually going for. Towards the end of the video you'll see some shots of the rear tyre and how it clears the swing arm. Whilst the clearance is only fairly minimal, probably sort of 10 to 15mm at the front and sides, you don't tend to get the problem that you do with the front fender, because you've already had the vast majority of the diameter of the tyre to spit any debris out prior to it becoming in contact with your swing arm. In addition, at this stage I've barely adjusted my chain, so there's not much wear in it, and therefore I'm towards the front of the adjustment and still have quite a ways to go. So as the tyre wears a bit, as I adjust my chain further, I'll increase the clearance to the front. In addition, when I upgrade to a gold chain eventually, I may explore adding in an additional link just to give me a bit more flexibility in clearance, as long as I retain enough adjustability on the rear swing arm. So that's it for this one. I hope you found it useful. We'll update on the tyres once I've had the opportunity to put some miles under them and let you have some more extensive thoughts. I'll be doing some gear and tool reviews shortly, so keep your eyes peeled for those and make sure you stay safe. Thanks for watching.